All right, so today we're doing lab 4-4, and what we're going to do is we're going to go get on the VMware for University of Arkansas, and we're going to head into Tableau. As you can kind of see, I already kind of have this loaded up, but essentially what we would want to do is you'd go into the Microsoft Excel, um, and then you'd click on our lab 3-5 regression that we did previously. That's going to have all of our data in on it. I renamed them to have main file and then our regression for just Arkansas and Arkansas Online and Arkansas Online and then the Dillard's credit card. We see we have all of our information over here on the side, and then we go to sheet 1 here. Fiddle. Might just take a little while. Okay. And then, so now we're on sheet 1. So what we did is we pulled our Arkansas dummy and we put that in our columns right here. So we can see if it's a 1 for Arkansas dummy, that means it occurred in Arkansas. If it was 0, it occurred outside of Arkansas. And then we dragged our transaction amount over to our row. And that's going to have, that's going to essentially show the transactions that occur, the transaction amount for each transaction. And then whenever you initially pull these in, it's going to go ahead and sum them all together. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to see that the aggregate measures is going to be checked. You're going to want to deselect that. We're going to want to deselect aggregate measures. That way it'll show us all of these. And then that way it shows us each point. So it'll show us each transaction that occurred and what the value of that transaction is. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to show the trend lines. So we're going to go to analysis and over here to trend lines, and we're going to click show trend lines. And it might take a little while to load up because it's a large data file. I'll go ahead and spare you all the waiting. All right, so now here we see the trend line right here, and if we hover over it, when we look at this, we're actually looking at the regression itself. So that's pretty cool. All right, so now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our online dummy and we're going to drag it up into the columns here. Right. And then it's going to compute it, and this might take a little while. So I'll go ahead and spare you all the. All right, so we see that our online dummy has loaded in. So all the transactions that occurred online and that occurred in Arkansas are right here. And all the transactions that did not occur online and did not occur in Arkansas are right here. So we can kind of see now that we've limited our one column here considerably, since we're saying that if it didn't occur in Arkansas and if it didn't occur online, then it won't be here. Here again, we can see our regression line, a little similar to the same, but we can see, and it also gives us our coefficient as well. And once again, just like we did with the regression file, we're going to go ahead and add our Dillard's credit card here to our columns. Again, just taking it that one more level of regression. And I'm going to spare you all the wait for that. All right, so now our Dillard's had loaded in, and we can see here all of our Dillard's transactions. And so we can see here that this is the effect that the Dillard's has on transaction amount. This is the effect that online has on transaction amount, and this is the effect that Arkansas has on transaction amount. We aren't able to see, what the multiple. We aren't able to do like a multiple regression like we are in Excel because Tableau isn't powerful enough to do that. So we can only see what one variable will have on another, rather than looking at multiple. All right, and with that, that should be the end of lab 4-4. Thank you very much, and that will be all.